now to the local city divided and dug in. The Riviera Beach city councilman who promised to explain why he led the charge to fire the city manager 2 weeks ago broke that promise last night. And the city attorney says that's the right call. But the mayor and a large majority of the 300 people who packed last night's council meeting disagreed loudly and angrily. News Channel 5's Wanda Moore, embedded in Riviera Beach the last couple of weeks, has more.
Councilmember Terrence Davis made no bones about it. He told the large crowd last night, on advice of the city attorney, that he would not reveal the reasons as to why he fired city manager Jonathan Evans. And that was just the beginning of what happened during the meeting. Hundreds of people packed the Riviera Beach City Council meeting wanting an answer they would not get because of this man, the Riviera Beach city attorney.
As your officers, we are charged to protect the city. And without equivocation, it is our position that this hearing should not go forward.
That fired up the mayor, who says he doesn't know why council members Terrence Davis, Lynn Hubbard, and Don Pardo suddenly voted to dump Jonathan Evans as city manager just 6 months after they hired him.
The citizens have a right to know where our taxpayer money is going. And all we get are a lot of lies.
I think we have a manager, and I think we need to bring Ms. Evans back.
Councilwoman Kashamba Miller-Anderson said she's in the dark about why Evans is out, just like the mayor and the public. But Davis wasn't moved, except to make this surprising motion.
And make a motion to make Chief Clarence Williams a city manager.
Oh, come on. No, come on.
But listen.
Come on.
The crowd shouted down the motion, in large part because of our story that showed the police chief at an invitation-only meeting with Davis at Hearst Chapel last Thursday night. Sources confirmed the meeting was to discuss the fallout from the Evans firing and what to do about it. I saw the chief go into the meeting and talk with him on his way out.
I've come and gone, and you couldn't have seen me.
Councilmember Hubbard then surprisingly admitted as to why she wanted the city manager out. Evans had launched an investigation into her using public funds to repair a private driveway. That confirms another story we aired last week.
I didn't feel it necessary to rescind.
After 5.5 hours, the meeting ended. I tried to talk with Terrence Davis to ask him if he will ever give the public an answer.
Please do not put the mic in my mouth, shove it in my mouth. I will not shove nothing in your mouth, so don't do it to me.
I then tried to talk with the city attorney, who believes the public does not have a right to the answer. He remained silent. Instead, a security guard got in the way, pushing both me and my photographer back with a strange smile on his face.
We're already away.
Finally, I tried to talk with Alex Freeman, clearly no fan of the city manager because Evans denied him an interview to replace the retiring Chief Williams. Freeman was also at that invitation-only meeting.
I have no comments.
No comments?
No comments. Did you get that camera out of my face?
The mayor told the police chief that he has some grave concerns about that invitation-only meeting at Hearst Chapel and even threatened to fire him, but only after giving him due process. So he wants that one-on-one meeting with the chief. Hear the chief's response from yesterday coming up all new at 6. Reporting in Riviera Beach, Wanda Moore, WPTV News Channel 5.